welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions, and today we're using Skull Merchant as always, using a really interesting, kind of serious kind of build. The first perk, of course, we're using is Pop Goes Lethal. Very simple. If we hook a survivor, then the next 45 seconds, the next time we were to kick a gen, that gen loses 30% progress automatically and begins regressing. We have Desolation. After a survivor gets injured by any means, so after 30 seconds, for the next 20 seconds, if that survivor were to vault a pallet, it will break automatically. Which is really good for chasing survivors. We have Score Dependent Residence. We all know what this perk does. For random hooks become score hooks. If we hook a survivor and score it for the first time, the gem with the most progress loses 25% automatically and starts regressing. And then lastly, a make your choice. If a survivor will be unhooked when we are 32 meters away from that hook, then that survivor will become exposed. The survivor who unhooked the other survivor will become exposed for 6 seconds, and then the perk has 6-second cooldown. We're also going to be using adaptive lighting, and we're going to be using, of course, battle targeting processor and a ebony mori for some unknown reason. And we're going to be seeing how good this build does. Let's see how good this build is in this video. Okay, playing on Gas Heaven, a map I hate and love, but mainly hate. If you watch my previous videos where I play on this map, you don't only know why I hate this map, but I hate this map because I feel like it's really big. Mainly because a lot of the Auto Haven Records maps feel the exact same, where it's 3 gens on one side of the map, like a perfect 3 gen basically, and then 3 gens on the side of the map, another perfect 3 gen, and either 1 gen in the middle or a random 4 gen in the middle of a corner. I hate these maps because it feels like half the time the survivors end up doing like 2 gens on one side and 1 gen on the other side, which is what they should be doing. And then it's impossible to defend that because I'm playing Skull Merchant and I'm playing a killer who can actually go across the map extremely fast. So because of that reason, I just don't like these maps very much. Also, I really hate this main building, so that's another problem with this map. But anyway, we're gonna put a drone up immediately and try and chase this person. As you can see, like I said, we're using adaptive lighting so we can become undetectable. Well, not become undetectable, so we can stay undetectable longer. And we're gonna get a free hit right here because this girl is in the middle of nowhere. But then I see someone in the corner. I'm like, wait a minute, you're definitely doing nothing, trying to hide. Let me kill you real quick. So I'm gonna hit her. The other girl ran back, but this girl decided to keep running forward, and I get it down. So the reason why I'm using this kind of weird build is because basically I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a week, and the reason I haven't played Dead by Daylight is because I'm so sorry, guys. I had said that I had a bunch of videos planned, and I had a bunch of thumbnails ready. And this is true. I had a bunch of thumbnails ready, but when I said I had videos planned, I had videos planned. And then I tried to I tried to edit those videos, and I look on my computer and I'm like, where are my videos? And then it hit me, like I said in my previous Skull Merchant video, I believe I said, whenever I make a video, I always edit my video or I record my video first. And then I asked my friend for a thumbnail. But this time I had asked for a thumbnail first, and then I told myself I was going to record when I had time, and I never really had time, and then I never recorded the video. So because of that reason, I end up having the thumbnails for these videos that aren't ready. So that's the reason why I haven't uploaded in a while. So now I'm starting to record the videos, and because I felt bad, we were going to have 3 games in this video today, by the way. So stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I have also been, of course, responding to every single comment y'all leave. I also have seen that I've been gaining more subscribers. I'm surprised, considering how I haven't uploaded in a long time. But like I said multiple times, I am extremely grateful and happy for all the people that subscribe to me. I love every one of y'all. I love when y'all comment. Commenting is the thing that makes me just love you the most, because commenting shows you care, subscribing shows you care, liking shows you care, but commenting shows you care, and then I get to engage with y'all, and I always respond to my comments. Even if I just like your comment, that's me responding. Sometimes I don't have even something to say, but I always respond to comments. I almost always like comments, so it's just, commenting is what lets me know that you care. So let's talk about the build real quick, also talk about the game. So they've already done 2 gens, that's why I told you I hate this map. It's just, we just started. So, first thing, we're already talking about the build. Let's talk about the state of Dead by Daylight. So like I told you, I've been recording and I haven't recorded in a week because I've just been busy, and then I also thought I had videos already prepared, so I wasn't going to record, and I wasn't going to play. I was just going to, just use those videos and upload some stuff for y'all while I was, doing my normal stuff. So at the time of recording this video, it's what's it called, Thanksgiving break for me. So I am back home, and I was afraid to play because I thought my connection was gonna be terrible, like last video I had. But it was actually good today, so that makes me happy. And also, while I'm back at home, I have been a little bit busy because, of course, it is Thanksgiving, and even though I'm on this week, doesn't mean I don't have class or schoolwork to do. So of course I'm a little busy because of that reason. So that's another reason why I haven't recorded any videos. But now I'm gonna record for y'all so y'all can have some content, because I love making videos, and also I love making sure y'all have something to watch. But I'm just mad at myself because I thought I had videos prepared and then I didn't. I've been so focused on other stuff that it's hard to tell. Well, it's hard to even like do everything sometimes. But this guy right here is gonna get stuck in this corner. And even though I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a week. I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a week. I of course I'm gonna keep up all the news if possible. So at the time of recording this video, Chucky is being the next killer. I am super excited for that. His perks, I haven't really looked at his perks very much, honestly, because I looked at the one, basically the main one that caught my eye was the one where he's like, if you get blinded or stunned twice, he just blinds you and you get blinded, and it's kind of funny. So I like that one a lot. But the other ones, I haven't really looked at them yet. I believe one of them is like, if a generator is completed and you walk next to it, you get a 5% haste boost for like 12 seconds or something like that. And then the last one, I don't remember what it is. So I think he has some really interesting perks. Right there, that was make your choice. Give me a free down, by the way. So Chucky came, but then also people have been complaining about MMR, because MMR is the special matchmaking thing that is invisible, that you can't really know about, but you know it exists. And basically people were saying that they have been getting harder games. So of course, me not playing the game for a long time, I didn't really notice or care because I didn't really play the game. But then when I started playing again, the first 2 metas I had, the first one was way more difficult than I expected, and I was like, huh. But I couldn't tell it was because I haven't played the game in a long time or because of the fact that the game really was getting harder. And the second match, oh no, that was awful. The second match was so difficult, but I couldn't tell it was because of the fact that, oh, I'm playing bad, I haven't played in a long time, I haven't played in a week, or I'm using a really weird build, or the people I'm playing against are actually just dog at the game. But the reason why I was having a hard time was because basically it was a Survivor Friends, and they were using Background Player, which is a perk I never actually really have to deal with very often, even though I know I got buffed. But they were using Background Player, they were body blocking, and then basically I can't chase one person because they're all gonna try and flashlight save and help him and everything like that. But then I also can't go across the entire map and protect the generator. But I want to cut this girl off because she was really annoying. So I just kill her. I'm like, you're annoying. Stop that, please. So, but then I also can't go across the entire map and try and defend gens because I'm playing on Azeroth's resting place. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna upload that video, actually, but I just want to talk about it because it's annoying, and it's about the MMR changes that they've been doing. And I was like, this game is really difficult, but I can't tell it was because I got a Survivor Friends who didn't know what they were doing, or because of the fact that MMR really is changing. But I don't really care if MMR changes, because all it really means that all I have to do is play better. Because I can play better. I know I can play really well. All I have to do is just get better at the game. So MMR changing, me getting harder games, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm just gonna try and improve anyway. So right here, I'm gonna hit this guy. I didn't lag, but that hit looked kind of weird. So I was like, okay. And now Desolation's gonna activate. I put a drone up, but Desolation's still active. It's still, you know, on. So I thought that if Desolation was activated, but then I use a drone, that the drone would, then I use a drone, I'll become undetectable. And because I became undetectable, Desolation wouldn't, well, because I became undetectable, it wouldn't break the pallet. But it hit me, that's not how Desolation works. And the reason why it hit me was because I was playing Survivor. And this is the reason why I tell y'all, you need to play Survivor and play Killer to fully understand like what certain things are happening. So one thing that I noticed is when you use Desolation, yes, like I told you, if you're undetectable, it will not work. But if they already have Desolation on them, then it's gonna work no matter what. So you can just activate Desolation, wait through, I believe you can just hit them, wait 3 seconds, and then Desolation should activate, and then you can become undetectable. And because Desolation already activated and it's already on the survivors, no matter what happens, they will just break pallets. So because of that reason, I'm going to be using Desolation even more than usual. And I'm no longer going to be using the Hex, because even though the Hex is really good, Desolation is much better. So I'm going to use Desolation. The only problem with Desolation is that survivors are smart. At least these ones have been much smarter. And they know they have Desolation on them. So they purposely do not vault pallets, because they just know it's going to break. But I can use it to my advantage, and I can just go through the window and try and cut them off. Like this girl right here, she didn't have a pallet anyway, but she probably was like, well, I can't do much in this situation. So yes, so because of, like I told you, that game I had before where basically I got obliterated by those server friends, I was like, what did I do wrong? And what happened was I was using a special build so I can try and like see the aura of all survivors. Also, I'm really mad I didn't make this hook right here when I was so close. Like, ah. So now I'm like, well, I'm gonna go after the guy in the blue because he's right next to me, so I make more sense trying to kill him. But when I was using a build where I basically could see everyone's aura, but it wasn't really working because everyone, like 2 of them had Desolation, and the other one had, what's it called? The other one had, not borrow time. It's called off the record. And in case you know, off the record means that your aura is not shown to the killer for 80 seconds. By the way, because off the record lasts for 80 seconds. You also have the unbreakable side effect for 80 seconds. So not unbreakable, for endurance for 80 seconds, which is really good. I'm gonna kick this gen right here because it's really annoying, and I want to make sure it regresses a little bit. But because of that reason, 3 of the 4 people who were in the lobby did not have their auras when they revealed to me. So that was already bad. Then they were obliterating me. This girl is trying to sneak past my drone. Very smart girl actually, but the problem is because I have ears and I had a feeling someone was trying to come back, I just had to come back. And now he's on the hook. So yes. So because of that reason, I was just like, you know what, obviously I need to play a more serious build. That's why I have this build right here. So let me explain to y'all what this build consists of. So first, of course, we have Pop Goes the Weasel, and we have Score to Pain Resonance. Very simple per combination. We basically can make one gen lose 50% progress if we really want to, or we can make one gen lose 25% and another gen lose 30%. Basically, we're just going to be lowering the gen progress so we can actually stay in the game longer, so we actually can play the game. Because I noticed when I was playing against those really annoying people, 3 of them were just protecting each other and chasing me, and being chased, while the other one was doing the gen. And then if I tried to go to the other one, they would all just hop on one gen together, and then I basically lose. So it was kind of impossible. I was in a really bad position at the moment. So I just said, okay, obviously I need a perk that can, I need perks that can actually deal with gens, and that's what I decided to do. This girl had balance lens, so I was like, ugh. So then I have Desolation, that way I can actually win chases much better, because Desolation is so good when you're trying to win chases, because the perk is amazing. And then lastly, we have Make Your Choice, mainly so I can try and maybe get like a quick down if possible. Let's say for example I'm like losing, but I know one person is exposed, I can go after that person instead. The only problem with Make Your Choice is because I have Make Your Choice activated, I can't really use Make Your Choice and Desolation together, because Desolation requires someone to get hit, and Make Your Choice will automatically into down them, so they're going to drop down every single pallet possible. And unless I hit a whole different person, Desolation is not going to activate, because I'm not going to be able to down them. And most people will drop down, will try and loop a pallet and try not to get hit, but if you're exposed, you're going to of course try your hardest to just drop your pallet down. So that's the only real problem with it, but this perk build is working out pretty nicely so far. So we're at the end of this game, and I didn't really talk about the game that much, but I wanted to first talk about where I've been, what's happening, and apologize for not uploading as much as I was supposed to be uploading. I'm so sorry. And then also this video, I mean, normally my builds kind of explain themselves. For example, right now I'm going to hook this girl in the basement because it's the closest hook, and the game should be over because now we win, because nothing to worry about. But of course, I am an inch from that basement hook, and I cannot hook her there, so now I have to go chase her again. And then of course, after I'm thinking about I'm pretty much good, the guy is off the ground, so I'm like, he either has Unbreakable or the girl rescued him, because I am lost and I have no idea where she went. So I'm like, Lord, And this is what I'm talking about when I say like I need to play better, because honestly I have no idea where she went and I have no idea where he went, and now I'm in a really bad position where I'm kind of like, well, they can't win because there's one gen left, but there's no gens that are like even have remotely progress besides the gen in front of me. So I'm not really worried. So I'm trying to become unattainable and use my what's it called, add-on to my advantage. And luckily for me, it works out perfectly. And that's the reason why I use the add-on. But in the next 2 games, I actually switched my yellow add-on because even though I really do like what's it called, that add-on, I just figured out that like, well, they nerfed low power mode for a good reason, but also for a dumb reason. Well, for a good reason, but also I feel like they should have made it better, but whatever. I heard him injured, so I was like, he's definitely over here. So I'm trying to swing, thinking he's gonna go for the girl, but in reality, he keeps running. I really hate this loop. I thought I could hit him right there, but apparently I was just too slow. So now I have to chase him in this really annoying loop. He's gonna make this pallet no matter what. I did not hit him, so because that, well, there is no desolation, so I have to hold this. And then I miss it. I'm like, what is wrong with me? So then I'm like, okay. So now I'm trying to go after him again. I didn't expect him to vault the pallet, but like he vaulted it instantly, and then his body just like was in a really weird position where I couldn't hit him. So I was trying to cut him off, and luckily for me, I did. And now we get it down. So that was a really annoying chase. And then it hit me. I brought Amori, and I completely forgot about Amori. So you're about to see Cubeproductions Amori. I haven't shown this in so long because I never really showed her Amori, because her Amori looks really good in my opinion. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks adequate. But like I kind of don't use Hex of Our Hope anymore because of the fact that Cubeproductions can't really defend hexes anymore. At least very easily she can't. And also, I don't use Ebony Moris. I just never use Moris. But I had 22 of them, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to use them. But that was the first game. I hope you all enjoy it. Let's create for the second game so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, playing on Blood Lodge. Actually, one of my favorite maps for Score Merchant. But it's kind of funny how I just said I hate Blood Heaven, not Blood Heaven, sorry, Gas Heaven, but then I love Blood Lodge because even though the maps are very similar, I feel like Blood Lodge is smaller, or at least it feels better to play against. So these 2 survivors immediately run towards me. I'm like, yes, I'm in the right direction. So I'm gonna get a free hit right here. For some reason, the game's in the pallet right here. I'm like, what? So in this game, I'm putting my drones in much better locations because I realized when I was going against those really annoying survivor friends I had to fight against, it hit me that I've been putting my drones in really bad locations. Oh, the girl went in the basement, so I'm like, yes, free hit. But it hit me, I was putting my drones in bad locations because the worst location I put in my drone, well, basically, I can put my drone anywhere, and when you had low power mode, you could kind of like put drones almost anywhere because the cooldown was much lower. It was 2 seconds lower, so having a 2 second less cooldown is always a good thing. So I can basically put my drones almost anywhere and not really have to worry. But now that I don't have that, I have to put my drones in even more strategic places. Now, I'm not saying I'll put my drones like anywhere, literally. What I mean is like I can place a drone and not really have to worry about if that location was extremely terrible or if that location was well thought out. It was kind of like no matter what happens, this drone's in a pretty good spot. So right here, this girl is going to chase, but she knows that I have desolation. She's not going to what's it called? She is not going to even try and go over that pallet. Now, luckily for me, I was paying attention. This girl has 2 lock-on stacks on her, which is important to know, but the only problem is, even though it's important to know, I can't really do much about it until I actually, you know, down her again. So we're in a pretty good position. We have 2 people hooked already. Pop goes the Weasel. This generator is going to be lower thanks to Score Truck Pain Resonance. And now all I have to do is figure out which generator they're on, and I have to basically put a drone there. Not a drone there. I have to kick it, I mean. So I'm gonna try and kick the generator with the most progress, but first I gotta find the survivors that are running away from me. I see that someone is automatically being targeted by my drone, so I'm like, yes. That means this person's hindered for like 1 more second, and then I can go chase them. And lo and behold, it's the same as that person that I just downed earlier. So because Desolation is activated, thanks to her being injured, I believe, it'll break the pallet. But because she has live, I'm like, oh, I hate that perk. The only perk that beats my Desolation is live. So now she uses her live against me, but there's no way she's gonna make any of these windows, so I'm just going to hit her. She can't really mind game me because of the fact that I what's it called? Because of the fact that I swung and I can turn my camera. So sadly for me, my Papa Goes Weasel goes away. But then because I hurt her right here, it comes back. And that's the reason why this build is pretty useful, because Papa Goes Weasel is a really good perk. There are some other gem perks that I'm going to try and experiment with too. Now, for example, in my last video, Swansea had asked for a build that was basically about defeating gens, and I told y'all that I was using the build where I used Score Trade Hand Resonance, but also used what's it called, Undying, the Hex Totem, and also I was using Hex Blood Favor, so I could win chases better. But I realized Desolation's better, and I don't even have to use Hex Undying, so that's 2 different perks. So that's only 1 perk slot to deal with the I only have to use 1 perk slot now to basically fulfill the idea I had with using Undying and what's it called, Hex Blood Favor. Right here, I kind of was afraid this girl was going to try and go back towards the generator. Now I know that my drone won't detect her if she's on the gen, but I was worried that she was going to try to go back towards it, and because I don't have Papa Goes the Weasel, I can't Papa Goes the Weasel it. So I was kind of concerned, but no one was over there, so I was like, okay. So that means that basically I protected every gen besides whatever gen they're working on, probably in the corner. So then I have Make Your Choice activated. So I know someone has Make Your Choice, but I'm not really worried about Make Your Choice, because Make Your Choice is really only there that way at some point in the game I can get 1 free down. Like, I'm losing momentum, but I know this person has Make Your Choice. I can just be like, okay, you're into downable, boop, and then down them. I hear someone on these generators, I'm like, I must kill. So I'm gonna go over here, and then they're gonna run away from the gen. And then I thought they were gonna run away because I heard the gen, but like I didn't fully hear the gen. But it's because when the generator is almost completed, it has a different sound. So I'm gonna hit the girl who's on the gen, and I'm trying to chase her so I can try and get 2 downs. Now, of course, this is a really good idea, trying to get 2 downs if possible. But that's a really bad idea because of the fact that she stunned me from the pallet, and now I am basically trying to chase this girl while also trying to keep the other girl on the ground, and I'm in a really bad position. I kicked that gen until they start regressing, but now this girl is going to go into the shack again and try and loop me in this really annoying loop, and there's not really much I can do about it. I knew she was about the window, but I wasn't prepared. I second guessed myself. I had a feeling she was about the window, but at the same time I didn't really know, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to risk it. So right here, this girl's going to go on this annoying bus loop. And I thought the pallet wasn't there when I first moved around, but then I realized the pallet was there, and then it hit me that the other girl's here too. So I'm like, well, I got both here. So both the girls are here. She's gonna vault this pallet. I'm gonna have to break this pallet if I want to actually have a chance, because this pallet is a stupid pallet if you don't break it. And then it hit me, why am I chasing these 2 girls? Yeah, it's 2 people, so I can down one of them, but it makes more sense to try and go after the girls on the generators than it does to go after the other girls. As you can see on the bottom left, I changed the yellow add-on from I believe it was, I can't remember the name. It says something lighting. It's been so long since I played, I kind of forgot. This girl is gonna get not exposed, but she's gonna get claw traps and I can move slower. Don't even have to worry about Dead Heart anymore because she's deep wounded, so I'm really happy. So yes, I changed from adaptive lighting to stereo remote mic. What stereo remote mic does is if if a drone would be disabled, it is disabled for 15% less. Which means basically instead of being disabled for 45 seconds, it's disabled for, I believe, 37.5 seconds, which is still a long time. But the reason why I use it is they nerfed low power mode, which I was upset about because I use that add-on all the time. But that's probably why they nerfed it, because I use the add-on all the time. So that is the reason why it was nerfed. So now I have to try and figure out some better add-ons to use. So, of course, using Vital Targeting Processor is gonna be like really useful, because Vital Targeting Processor is a really good add-on. It makes them move 13% slower instead of 10%. That's really good. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would you not want that? I'm gonna free hit right here. Sadly, because I was close to the girl on the hook, I wasn't able to get Make Your Choice activated, but it's fine. And we're in a really good position. Like, there's 2 people are injured and not doing gens, 1 person doing a gen, and the last person on the hook. So we're in a really good position. I was chasing the Claudette, and then I noticed something. Like I told you, I gotta play smarter now. I noticed that she wasn't making any sounds on the ground when I was chasing her. She also wasn't leading blood, I believe. I didn't really pay attention to the blood part, but I definitely didn't hear a single sound coming from her. So it hit me, she definitely has off the record. This girl's gonna vault the pallet, and then I forgot she has live. Now, luckily for me, my drone slowed her down, so even though she got like 150 speed boost, the 13% debump to speed helped me chase her and then get her narrowed down. And I believe she's dead on hook, but I could be wrong about this. I might be wrong. Let's find out. Nope, my first time. Oh no, she's dead on hook. That's what I was like. I think she's dead on hook, but I haven't hooked on the score trick, and I was right. I have not hooked on her score trick yet, but she is dead on hook. So now when one person out the game, and they have 3 gens left to do, but there's like 2 of them are injured, or one of them is injured, and I can see her right there. And that's my stereo remote mic not working out. This girl is really, really annoying. I feel like she's the best one on the team, 100%. She knows I have Desolation. She's not going to ball any pallets. So she knows exactly what she's doing, and it's really, really annoying. But I'm going to kick this generator because I have Papa Goes the Weasel. I don't want to lose my Papa Goes the Weasel. And now we're in a really, really good position. Because all I have to do basically is figure out where the last 3 survivors are and not really worry about anyone else. Now, there are many ways to play Dead by Daylight. There's one way people play where they tunnel one person out the game, which honestly is probably the best way to play the game, if I'm being honest, because a 1v3 situation, I think I said it multiple times in my videos, a 1v3 situation, it's much better than a 1v4 situation. It's infinitely better. Having to deal with one less person is amazing, because it makes you understand like what's happening. And what I mean by that is, if you have a 1v4, you know you hooked one person, you're chasing another person, and that someone else is healing themselves. Okay, what's the 4th person doing? They're probably on a gen somewhere, but you don't really know exactly where gen they're on, and you can't really go after them because you have to chase a survivor. So it's kind of like having a 1v3 situation is so much better because you can hook one girl, someone else is gonna go chase, and then someone else is gonna go rescue that girl, and while they're rescuing, that means there's 2 people doing nothing, and 1 person that you're probably gonna find and try and chase. So that's why it's really, really useful. There's also the fact that you can try and hook everyone. Normally, I try and hook everyone. I didn't actually even mean to kill that one girl on the hook, but she died, so I'm happy. So, if I get an opportunity to kill one person, of course, I will try and do it because it makes it much easier to play the game. Especially at the moment where survivors are pretty strong right now because of the really good perks. They have now survivors. I mean, killers also have really good perks, but survivors have some insane perks. And unlike killers, where they can only bring like one or 2 strong add-ons, but then that's one time. Every survivor can bring the same broke add-on if they need to, or play the same annoying way. So it's just a really weird situation right now. Now I personally don't really have a problem yet because my score merchant is good enough where I feel like I can handle almost anything besides survivor friends. But if they're really good, I mean. So I'm pretty prepared to handle most situations, so I'm not really that worried. But at the same time, I just want you to understand like how certain things work with Scrub Merchant, different things like that. So right there, you saw that girl's going to slow vault the pallet, because in case you don't know, if you fast vault a pallet while Desolation activated, it will break. If you slow vault it, it will not. So because of that reason, she was really, really smart. Like I told y'all, a survivor can see if you have Desolation or not. So that makes it really hard to sometimes hook them. I've used Papa Goes the Weasel on that generator so many times, like literally, they just are not getting that gen done ever. So right here, this girl's gonna go wait at this pallet. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I don't think this girl's the girl that has what's it called? Make your choice on her. So I was like, well, I don't know where she went, and then because I keep losing scratch marks. I don't know how though, because I feel like I should just look and see them, but I just don't. But the second girl's right here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go after you because my make your choice went away. I don't even know who had it. I'm gonna go after you. So I don't have a drone. I've been putting my drones actually in pretty good spots this game. But now that I have got every single survivor basically already injured or killed, it makes more sense to just put my drones almost anywhere because I know the survivors can't really do much about it. So right here, this girl's gonna hit this window, but then she decides to do a little spin, and I'm like, oh my. I knew she was the best player on the team. So now I'm gonna chase her again, but this time she's gonna be able to get to the window fast. I'm like, what? But luckily she went to the left this time and didn't try and loop it again because I hate it when that happens. So now I'm trying to go after this girl, but I realized my drone did not detect her. So I'm like, is this drone disabled? And it is. So I'm like, I'm unlucky. So now she can go right here, but luckily for me, she's a stupid person and she went to the right for some reason. So I don't know why she went in the corner. She went to the right and did not go to the left. She kind of forgot how the bus worked considering how she looped me over here at one point. But because of that reason, we're able to down her. So now we have one person down, and all I have to do is try and find the last person, and hopefully we can kill them before the game ends. I know this girl's dead on hook, but I know like at this point in the game, would you really go rescue someone if you're injured? Most likely not. So she's gonna probably heal herself if I have to guess somewhere, and then she's gonna go after the girl But I'm pretty sure the girl on the hook is gonna try and kill herself, so I'm not really that worried. And that's basically how good this build is sometimes, because basically it's like a, I don't even know what the meta is for killer, honestly. But I noticed, like, in my games I was playing, a lot of people were using, a lot of survivors were using distortion, because distortion is really, really good. Yeah, distortion. Oh, I hear the hash right here, so I'm like, yes! And there's no way I'm going to be able to defend both of those exit gates because they're so far away, so I'm like, dang it. But I'll try my best. But yes, a lot of survivors have been using distortion and have been using calm spirit. To be fair, I know why they use calm spirit, because ultimate weapon is a perk that a lot of killers were using. I don't know if they're still using it because I honestly don't know what the meta is. I don't even know there even is a meta. All I know is Score Choke, Pain Resonance, and Pop Goes the Weasel is the 2 perks I can think of that really help with gens. Like I said, there's some other ones, like Jolt is really useful because you can hit multiple gens. The only problem is it only hits certain gens in the 32-meter radius, and also the problem with Jolt is the fact that it's only regressing by 8%. Meanwhile, these ones regress by 25% and 30% respectively. And then there's the perk Overcharge, I think it's called. I never knew what Overcharge did. Well, I knew what it did, but I never knew that when you use Overcharge, not only does it put a hard skill check on that gen, it automatically makes the gen lose 5%. I never knew that. I thought it just did one thing only. So because of that reason, I feel like Overcharge might be really good. So I might try it in another video soon. But let me know if y'all have any builds in the comments when we try it. I'll definitely use them. Well, let's go to the next video, next game, so I can show you again how good this build is. Welcome to the Underground Complex. This is probably my favorite map in the entire game. Now, I haven't played this map in like 2 years, because Stranger Things chapter was gone and they got rid of the map. But this map is probably my favorite map in the entire game, and I do remember a lot of it. But the only real problem with this map is the fact that it has a lot of really strong palettes and a lot of really bad palettes, like most maps in the game. But the problem is the strong palettes are like really strong, and then they lead to another really strong palette, and then the weak palettes are just so mangyable they're not even worth dropping. So it's really funny. But because I know how this map works most of the time, I'm going to try and play it as if I know how to, play on it. But the problem is, I have never played this map with Score Merchant, because the first time I've actually played this map ever since the update came out. Because I've been recording, all my videos I recorded have been before the Stranger Things update. So I wasn't prepared to actually play on this map when I first got it. But someone put an offering, and I'm like, yes. Normally I'll be upset when someone puts an offering down, but this offering, this map is just so good that I was just like, you know what, I don't even care. So I was gonna hook her right there, but then I was like, no, Scourge Hook. So I want to hook on the Scourge Hook because this is to make sure that I can get my my Scourge Hook Pain Resonance activated. So whatever generator has the most progress will lose it. So I believe this generator right here will have the most progress and will start regressing, and I am right. It is regressing, so I'm like, okay, well this generator is regressing, that means another generator must have some progress on it. So I'm trying to find it. And then of course the generator gets completed the second I think that, so I'm like, fine. So now I have to go over here and try and catch this survivor. So I can go upstairs or I can go down. But the reason why I went back down was that I heard I heard make your choice. So I'm like, okay. Make your choice it is. I'm going to make your choice and kill the person who is exposed. And lo and behold, we have one girl running for her life and one girl walking. So clearly the girl walking is not the one that's exposed, because I just hooked her on the hook. But the other girl, however, is definitely going to be, exposed. So I'm going to try these lockers. I saw her run and then I just lost her. So I'm like, she must one of these lockers. But nope. Like usual, I don't know where survivors go anymore when I haven't played in like a long time. My tracking skills are just not it. This girl gonna run towards me because I'm untouchable. And this map is so good because when you're untouchable and you use Score Merchant, you can basically like, you can basically go anywhere and they can't find you. I'm mad though because like I told you, I forgot how this map works a little bit. So I'm basically been going in these really bad loops, thinking I can like, counter the survivor's movement by going this way or different things like that. But nope, I can't do that. So right here, I'm going to get stuck on the stupid wall. So I'm like, great. But the good thing is, there's legend activated. She can't vault this pallet. And then she vaults it and it breaks. And that's why you use Desolation. It's such a good perk. I'm so happy with this perk. It's really good with like any killer that can injure you without having to use their power, or without having to use their basic attack, and can use their power instead. And it's really good for killers that are not the best in chase, or can just use the perk in general for their advantage. And Scrub Merchant is one of those killers. So if I had to give some advice on how to play Scrub Merchant on this map, I would basically say put your drones near pallets and near like intersection like this. There's a two-way intersection there. They would have to pass that drone, so the drone will most likely catch them. Right here, I see this girl on my drone, so I'm like, no. But it's fine, because I should get a free hit because of the fact that she basically fell down from a really big height. So right here, this is what I was talking about. This map has really strong pallets. There are two god pallets right next to each other. There is no mind game in these things. You have to basically break the pallet. I don't want to say you have to break the pallet, but like you basically have to break the pallet unless you're on this side where you can go on top. But even then, you still have to break the pallet because it is really hard to loot those pallets, I believe. And there's two of them, so it's really difficult, and I hate that pallet section. There's some other pallets that are kind of like that, but a lot of the things on this map kind of remind me of Alien, even though I know this map came before Alien. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I can kind of see why they would use certain things that will basically mimic the Alien map, because this map and is about alien creatures and Demogorgon, and Alien's also alien, so I can see why. But anyway, I'm gonna play this girl right here, and now we're in a really good position. I feel like Dead by Daylight has a lot of like things when it comes to precision. Like for example, we just injured someone, so now we know where they are. We can trap them on the radar, and they got a claw trap on them. We have two people hooked, so now it's basically one person's trying to run away because she's gonna go for the unhook, but she also is injured, and then someone else is just going for the unhook. So now we have two people who are doing absolutely nothing probably, and one girl is exposed. I'm hoping this girl is the girl that's exposed, but I'm not gonna go after her yet because I realized she screamed and she was nowhere near there. So that must mean that the girl who's injured is exposed. But the problem is when you're already injured, it doesn't matter if you're exposed or not, so I don't really care. Then I end up down in the same girl a second time, so I'm like, well, oops. And then I'm gonna kill the generator because it's already been touched. I know I can hook this girl for free basically, so I'm hooked on the score hook. I don't remember if I hooked on a score trick or not though. I have not. So now we're gonna activate score trick pain resonance, and then at the last second it hit me I have a Mori. So I'm gonna probably use that when I can. But first we are going to try and find people who are injured. I'm gonna put a drone right here so they fall down. They might get touched by my drone. Or even better, I'll be able to what's it called? I'll be able to get people who are on the pallet. Now luckily I'm untouchable, so they know exactly where I was coming from, so I'm going to down this girl, but she has a sprint burst, which was so obvious, so I was like, yep, I'm not surprised. So I'm trying to mind game her into thinking I'm gonna go one way, so I'm gonna go a different way instead. Now she's on this really unsafe pallet, and there's not much she can do about it because Desolation activated, and she knows Desolation activated, she's not gonna even try. There's another really unsafe pallet, Desolation activates, and it breaks, and now I got it down. Doesn't matter if you go into the locker, I'm going down. That's why Desolation's so good. The fact that it lasts for 20 seconds is just so useful. And like the worst part is it's not even like a perk that every single killer uses, but it's like such a good perk in general. I'm down this girl. I don't know why she's even here. So I know this girl has a flashlight and I'm trying to save her. So I was like, uh-oh. There goes the flashlight. Then it hit me. I have a Mori. Let me just Mori you. So I pretend like I'm going to drop her because I know this girl has a flashlight and she's gonna try and do anything in her power to save. So I got a free hit, and now I'm gonna Mori this girl, but I'm trying to down her first. But there's like everyone's here trying to flashlight save or whatever, and I'm like, you know what? Just die. And we get to show y'all the best Mori in the game. A Scrummer come out of nowhere, and she's like, "You're delicious," and then she dies. So that's fun. And then the girl's gonna try and get my drone. I'm like, "Woman, I'm going to kill you." And now she's down too. So now we downed everyone basically, and all I have to do is find the last two people who are, one girl's injured and one girl's not, but hopefully my drones will be able to hit her and she can get claw trapped and we can get a quick down. We do have Desolation out of it at the moment, so this survivor can eyeball a pallet without it breaking. So now I'm going to hit this girl. I was hoping she should be exposed, but because she didn't unhook anyone, make her choices and activate on her sadly. I'm gonna put a drone right here so I can move a little tiny bit faster, because you put a drone down, I believe you get like a literal like half a second little bump up in speed. Like literally, that's all it is. So I know the girl up there is gonna be hit by my claw trap. She's gonna disable with my drone. I'm like, dang it. So like I told you, this is the first time I put on this map ever since Score Merchant came out. So I don't really understand a lot of things. Like I think I said it in one of my videos before. Score Merchant cannot put a drone down if the height is not high enough. Because even though the drone would definitely be able to be put there, if I, the Score Merchant player, were to walk under the drone will automatically go up. So it would probably go up through the wall and it'll look terrible. So that's probably the reason why they didn't code the game correctly, basically, to make it so you can put drones in certain spots. There has to be enough height for it. So I don't know if putting the drone on like the staircase going up to the second floor of those areas will still scan people. I feel like it would, but at the same exact time, I don't know, and I would have to test that out / get on this map more often. Now, at the time of recording this video, they are doing like this feedback thing where basically certain maps are being played on more and more often, and I believe one of those maps is Auto Haven Wreckers, and then this one being the laboratory, the underground complex, and I think another one is the Crotos. I could be wrong, but I think it's the Crotos Pen Asylum. Either way, the maps they're playing on are actually some of my favorite maps in the game, so I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the Crotos Pen Asylum, which is the nurse's map at all. I don't have a problem with other maps either. I kind of like the Crotos Pen Asylum, even though it's kind of weird considering how I was complaining about big maps, and yet Crotos Pen Asylum is a pretty big map. But I think the reason why I like that map a lot is because even though it's a kind of big map, all the generators are always spread out from each other, and the main building almost always has like 2 gens, sometimes one or 2 gens, and having a really good place to catch survivors at and put drones at is really good. So I don't really have a problem with that map. But this map is, like I said, really weird to play on the Score Merchant. Most of the time, indoor maps aren't. Most of the time, indoor maps are pretty good for Score Merchant because of the fact that on an indoor map, you only can put drones in certain places. So the survivors have to go to a certain place in order to get up with the drone. For example, they might be able to see the circle that the drone encompasses, but they won't be able to actually see the drone is up until it's too late. So that's the reason why these maps are pretty good. So this girl, I'm gonna down her, and she's gonna try and use her last little ditch effort to help this girl. But it's fine by me. So I'm gonna try and get this girl to drop this pallet. I know the pallet here. I have put this map before. I know exactly where everything is. I just hate the fact that sometimes certain things are really on locations. So I was hoping to scan that girl one more time and get a cloud drop on her, but because I went under my drone, it decided to go up in the air. I'm like, dang it. So now the girl's gonna get a cloud drop on her, but because she went a different direction than the drone, she did not. So now I'm gonna kill this girl, but then the girl gets off the hook, so I'm like, dang it. I should probably hook this girl and not kill her. That way it takes less time, because in case you don't know, Mooring, well, somewhere more takes a long time, so this girl will get even more progress away from me. I'm gonna use my scanner so I can see exactly what my radar means, to see exactly where she is, because you don't get a movement speed penalty anymore from having your radar up. So she's gonna drop this pallet because it's 2 really annoying pallets right here. Now, luckily for me, it didn't lead to anything, and luckily for me also, the hatch is not up here. So all I have to do is hit this girl, 360 me, you thought, and then I'm going to Mori her, because I Moried everyone besides one person, because I would rather not Mori her. So I'm going to face the wall, because apparently Score Merchant has the power to just go through walls, and stab this girl inside the chest, and then we win. And then we see the weird underground complex, because this camera angle is terrible. So that's that reason, that's why it looks so weird. But anyway, that was the 3 games I wanted to show y'all. I really hope y'all enjoy the videos, because honestly, I haven't uploaded in a while, so I really wanted to give y'all at least 3 games to show y'all like how this build works. And while I like this build a lot, I got value out of every single perk. Now, I didn't get really much value out of Make Your Choice, honestly. At least in this game I didn't, but in the other 2 games I got a lot of value out of it, so I'm not really mad. As long as I get 1 down with it, I feel like it's useful. Of course, I might change it for a different perk, or I might try like a new strategy, but I noticed that because I've been getting a little bit harder games, I want to try and use builds that actually, you know, work more consistently than anything else. Now, like I told y'all in the first match, I only got like 2 games where it was kind of difficult, so I don't know for sure if it really, honestly, was a big change. 2 games is not enough to figure out a difference. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I love reading y'all's comments. Tell me in the comments if your games have been getting harder too. And also, I believe I'm uploading this video either on Thanksgiving or right before Thanksgiving. So I wanted to say I am extremely grateful for all the things y'all do for me and all the support y'all give. So I want to thank y'all for that. And also, I want to tell y'all that I will be uploading more consistently. I have other games planned, like I did Upset Deceive, and Pokemon's coming up. I may have accidentally left my recording software, though, at my college. That's the reason why I can't record Pokemon right now. But I have videos planned, so stay tuned for that. And if you enjoy them, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.